Recognize that not every store in our chain is the same size or even the same shape. What we are really talking about are well-organized department modules, and that concept will benefit any store, regardless of size or shape. As our customers enter your Radio Shack store, this is what they should see: a clean and effective look. Immediately to the right is the computer department, and here I'll turn you over to David Frager, the buyer for the Tandy 1000, who will give you a tour of the computer department.
Hello, and welcome to the computer department. At the front of the computer department is the Tandy 1000, displayed with the DWP-220 or the DMP-130. You may either display the VM2 or the 16231, but you should always have the Tandy 1000 on. With the VM2, DeskMate should be on the screen, and with the 16231 color TV, you'll have the Tandy 1000 demo running. Right above the Tandy 1000, software is displayed in categories: productivity on the bottom shelf, education on the middle shelf, and entertainment on the top shelf. As you see here, we've displayed the packages so that you see the fronts of the most attractive ones and you see the sides of others to save space. We've put the software in categories. However, many customers will ask for these packages by title. The Tandy 1000 will always be in the front of the computer department, displayed closest to the front of the store. On this side, the color computer, displayed as a full system, including a color TV, a cassette recorder, and a joystick. A software package with a free running demo should be on at all times. A perfect example of that type of program would be Dungeons of Daggereth. Notice that the color computer software is also categorized. Just above your color computer system, cartridge software. As we move down, education and entertainment software. Next, there's a shelf with a second color computer, which is hooked in through the color TV through a splitter. All of the other peripherals, disk drive, joysticks, multi-pack interface, plug-in power, and cassette recorder are displayed nearby. During Christmas, you'll probably want to hook up a second color TV to the color computer, so you can have two demos running at one time. Underneath, we have more software for the color computer, and as you see, we've got the Walt Disney software categorized together and the Spinnaker software together also. Once again, we've got some software facing the front and some software sideways, so you see the spines. In the middle, separating the Tandy 1000 and the color computer products, are all of the printers and color computer disk software, and other peripherals, such as the power strips and modems. This is also an ideal place for computer books, and any Model 4 and Model 100 software. Because of their size, the Model 100 and Pocket computer products will be displayed in the glass counter, up near the cash drawer. Remember, merchandise should never be left on the floor. The floor should always be clear and all items should be displayed on the shelves or the gondola. The gondola, out front, displays the color computer software you want to spotlight in your store. On the rear side of the gondola are supplies and accessories, such as dust covers, ribbons, diskettes, and diskette holders. Remember to use on-order tags, so when you run out of merchandise, you can reorder quickly. Again, looking at the color computer display, we are showing the color computer as System of the Month. Since you will be alternating System of the Month packages between color computer and the Tandy 1000, you will only have this sign here every other month. On alternating months, you will have the sign next to your Tandy 1000 system. The next area, on the right, is the audio department. Michael Latham, the audio buyer, will conduct you through that department.
Welcome to the audio department. First is the stereo system of the month, and it will be right out in the very front. In front of the rack systems, the very first thing your customers will see as they enter the audio department. Behind this, there will be two additional racks, System 600 and System 800. For the first time, Radio Shack has introduced a full-blown rack system with separate tuner and amplifier with built-in equalizer, cassette deck, turntable, speakers, and rack. These are complete systems and will be right behind the System of the Month on the floor to be demonstrated. The particular display configuration shown here is comprised of carpeted modules converted to displays with two shelves, and you'll be supplied in the future with the necessary brackets and shelves to convert your store over. We also show here an example of a wing wall for compacts and boom boxes. However, you may have a straight wall display, and we'll show you that just a bit later. What's most important in our display is the way that items are grouped, with all receivers together, all speakers and other like products grouped together. Notice that we've taken our three top-of-the-line speakers, the Optimus 400, the Mach 2, and the T120 tower and group them together. These speakers sell more as a general rule than any of our other speakers. Grouping them allows us to enable the customer to perceive the difference in sound between these speakers. To demonstrate your speakers, use two receivers and attach two pairs of speakers to the STA2500 A and B speaker outputs. The STA780 will drive the third set of speakers on A, and a set of speaker wires on B will drive any other set of speakers that a customer might want to hear. In addition to demonstrating a receiver and speakers, you should have one deck, one equalizer, and compact disc hooked up for demonstration. Instead of having individual systems with system prices, we're showing complete lines. This is a new and different approach so that a customer at a glance can look at our entire receiver line, our entire turntable or cassette deck line, and know that we are truly in the audio business. If you have a flat wall display, it will be set up in a manner similar to the modular display. Similar groupings, but arranged as regular shelves on a flat wall. Next on our tour is the video department. Dave Shoemaker, video buyer, will take you through the video department.
Welcome to the video department. This is truly the year of the video explosion with Radio Shack's 5 new VCRs, a new 19-inch stereo high-resolution monitor, and a complete line of LCD TVs. It appears to be shaping up as the biggest video year yet for Radio Shack. Video is a visual medium, so it is very important that all of your television sets and VCRs be displayed and operating. The video display area should be set up so that the large screen television sets are on the top of the display, the smaller screen television sets are on the second row of the display, the VCRs are next, followed by processors and selector switches. Now, because of the introduction of stereo VCRs, stereo television, and the stereo TV receiver, this year a hi-fi receiver and speakers will need to be incorporated into the display. It's important to have all of your VCRs hooked up so that they can be switched to either the 19-inch or 13-inch monitor. The amplified video selector switch should be used for the low-end product and the new video audio control center used for the stereo and hi-fi VCRs. Certainly the biggest excitement this year in the video marketplace is the introduction of stereo products, both VCRs as well as television sets. So we now have the true marriage of audio and video. The display should reflect this marriage. The sound of your stereo VCRs and stereo TVs should be playing on hi-fi speakers, and video from your VCR should be plugged into one of the monitors, either the 19-inch or the 13-inch. Be sure that your low-end VCR is hooked up to one of the monitors as opposed to one of the inexpensive television sets. This will show the VCR's playback capability in its absolutely best light. The TV100 stereo receiver should also be hooked up with its own set of small speakers so that it can be demonstrated. Make sure your video sound processor and video processor are hooked up to your low-end VCR. This finishes our tour of the video department, so let's go back to Chuck Sizer. Chuck?
That's a tour of the departments on the right side of our model store. We'll complete our tour with a brief look at the departments on this side. On the left, we have the telephone department at the front of the store. Everything is grouped: answerers, standard telephones, speaker phones, decorator phones, intercoms, and accessories. This is a new addition to our telephone department, a telephone tester which will allow the customer to pinpoint any problem with their telephone equipment. Next, we have clocks and clock radios. Notice that every clock display is lit up so the customer can see the difference in the displays. Remember, as with any of our products which require an AC power supply to maintain the correct time, make sure they are in separate circuits from your lights so you won't have to be resetting them every time you open the store. Next to the clock radios are the radios: portables, novelty, tabletops, shortwaves, weather, stereo mates, and headphone types, all angled like other displayed items towards the entrance of the store. Remember, whenever an item is put on a shelf, batteries must be installed, so it is capable of being played the instant that a customer picks it up. This is an approach which allows a customer to have more hands-on experience with a product and, obviously, sells the item much faster. The front glass display contains calculators and small timepieces. They are displayed in 4 basic groups. All battery-powered calculators should be displayed in one grouping and displayed by price from the lowest to the highest. The solar-powered calculators should be displayed as a group and also arranged by price. Be sure that when you demonstrate the solar calculators that you do so in a place that will give you enough light to ensure their proper operation. Next, tabletop models, printers, desktops, all arranged by price, from the lowest to the highest. The scientific calculators should be arranged as they are in our catalog, and our clock displays should also be grouped as they are in the catalog. The battery clocks are usually on display in the showcase. All of them should have batteries and be set for the correct time. Next to them are watches. When anyone is interested in the clocks or watches, be prepared to demonstrate them and show the customer how easy they are to set. Don't forget, it is very important that the showcases be kept clean to show your merchandise at its best. Speaking of cleanliness, it's just as important that the floors and all department areas be kept free of loose or misplaced items. The ashtrays should also be clean, and the merchandise and shelves should be dusted regularly. Cleanliness is essential to the overall image we convey to our customers. Next are CBs and scanners. CBs and scanners should be displayed, like most groupings, in price point order. At least one CB set should be hooked to an outside antenna and turned on for demonstration. All the scanners should be turned on and in scan mode. One should have some frequencies programmed into it and set up so that the customer can hear its performance. The AutoSound department should be ready for demonstration. The AutoSound line offers more units than there are spaces in the display, so always display your best units, and be sure to have your auto speakers on shelves next to the auto display. In security, all major items should be displayed on shelves, and a working display should be set up at least with a panel, siren, a key switch, a strobe light, and a magnetic contact, so the system can be demonstrated. As we finish our tour of our model Radio Shack store, I'm going to discuss our blockbuster displays and the proper use of signs throughout the store. This year, we are introducing this new multi-level blockbuster display. As you can see, it offers greater impact and takes up much less floor space than 3 individual stands. Another innovation this year is that we will hang one of our 17.5 by 15-inch blockbuster signs above each display using monofilament fishing line. Obviously, the other signs in your blockbuster kit will also enhance our impact, and the sale tags will call attention to the merchandise in its normal position. It is very important for you to read the blockbuster planogram, which is sent to you each month in your POP package. The 3 examples of floor plans help you properly position the blockbuster displays. Attention to the details included in the planogram will aid you in creating the kind of sale image that will make your customer want to buy. And remember, the blockbuster should guide the customer through the store, not prevent access to other items. This is our As Advertised sign. The sign should be positioned at the front of the store. Its purpose is to reinforce the current newspaper ad, which a customer has seen at home or at work. You will receive a schedule every month telling you which ad to display, as well as a copy of the ad. The back side of the sign does something else, too. It tells the customer about our warranties and lets them know that we stand behind what we sell. This is our stereo sign. It's designed to allow you to price any stereo system in your store to show the system savings. The topper should be placed on the top edge only. The exception would be when we are not showing the savings, the topper may be inserted in the regular price slot. 3 other toppers are included for you to use in special promotions and should be used when additional signing is required. You may use these signs for As Advertised, Manager Specials, or red tag items when no other signs are provided by Fort Worth. This is our 11 by 14 vertical card holder with flat base. This sign holder is to be used for the stereo system of the month and for the computer system of the month. It shouldn't be used in any other way. We have several generic signs. These are our City Line per month signs. One comes printed at $20. Any amount priced from $100 up to $489 is covered by that. The other City Line per month sign allows you to write in the monthly payment for larger purchases. This is our Manager Special sign. And this is our red tag sign. And this is how they should be displayed. Use the red tag only during red tag sales for greatest impact. Use the Manager Special at all other times on SOWG and discontinued items. This is our small parts sale tag. It is designed to hang on the peg in front of carded items that are on sale. And these are our attention getters: the sale burst, the new burst, and our special burst. These really stand out when they're used well. Be careful not to use too many at one time, or they will lose their impact. Finally, this is our glass shelf edge sign holder, and this is our wood shelf edge sign holder. They can be used in easel positions as well. This completes our tour of our model Radio Shack store. Obviously, the configuration and shape of your particular store may not be the same as the model store you've just seen. However, the display suggestions we've made should give you an excellent beginning as you make your store a model store. The image your Radio Shack store presents, merchandise, displays, and signs, creates a total impact which will certainly let your customers know they have come to the right place. Radio Shack.
America's corporations are known throughout the world as centers for innovation, creativity, and technological superiority. Nowhere is there a stronger leader in its own field than Radio Shack. Radio Shack has grown from only 8 stores to almost 9,000. It is the international leader in consumer electronics. When you joined Radio Shack, you became an integral part of this outstanding corporation. Your ability to serve your customers reaches far beyond the immediate business transaction. Your work directly impacts the company's future as well as your own. Your success is our success. Radio Shack recognizes how valuable you are and has made a commitment to support your sales in a variety of positive ways. We offer you a conveniently located store designed to attract customers, a quality product at competitive prices, advertising support, service for the product and our National Radio Shack guarantee, international recognition and a superior image, and CityLine revolving credit, a very important sales tool that makes your merchandise more affordable, desirable, and convenient to buy. CityLine is a product of Citibank, Maryland, a subsidiary of one of the world's largest financial organizations, Citicorp. In 1982, Citibank and Radio Shack joined forces to bring you CityLine, an unprecedented credit system designed to generate high-ticket sales. This is the first credit card in the country from a major financial institution for a major merchant, which has exclusive programs and benefits for both. CityLine's success is a well-known fact. The Citibank branch in Baltimore, Maryland, and the Denver Credit Center work closely with Radio Shack. They've processed millions of dollars in sales for Radio Shack customers. People with a CityLine card come back again and again. They know they have buying power at Radio Shack and that their business is always welcome at Radio Shack stores, participating dealers, and franchises nationwide. CityLine is convenient to use, provides customer identification as a loyal Radio Shack shopper, builds new and repeat sales, increases customer buying power, and CityLine makes price a positive product feature, so you can sell up. The terms are attractive too. There's no annual fee and no down payment. Customers can repay their balance at any time with no penalty or take up to 33 months to pay. And their credit line can be used over and over as long as payments are made on time. CityLine is your most important sales tool. Now, it's up to you to use it.
Well, Bud, what do you think of our videotape so far? I think CityLine has just about every feature we need to help us make super sales. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not really sure how it works with the sales presentation. You've had a lot of experience with CityLine and customers. I think I have a lot more to learn.
Well, succeeding with CityLine is simple, once you know the guidelines. I tell you what, let's open up the store, and when the first customer arrives, I'll present CityLine and you can watch. Now, of course, the only way you'll ever really get good at it is to practice it yourself. Here comes the first customer now. Now watch as I introduce CityLine into my sales presentation, and then we'll discuss specific sales techniques later on.
Okay, great.
Good morning, sir. My name is John Wynn. I see you're looking at our top-of-the-line phone answering machine.
Yes. I don't know if I need a deluxe machine, but I would be interested to compare machines.
Well, do you often travel far from home? Or do you just need an answering machine for when you go out for short periods of time?
Well, I do travel quite a lot. Why do you ask?
So I can help you select the right machine depending upon your needs. By the way, what's your name?
Marty Sharp.
Nice to meet you, Marty. As I was about to say, our deluxe model allows you to call for messages from anywhere in the world using a remote feature. This other model here is of the same high quality, but does not have a remote capacity. So you see, the model you select does depend upon your needs.
Well, both seem fine, but a little too expensive for me. You know, I saw this unit, or a comparable unit to this, at a phone center for $100 less.
Well, they may seem to have similar features, but the quality of our machines is excellent, and they are backed by Radio Shack's service, support, and guarantee. Marty, if I can get you this answering machine today, fully supported by a Radio Shack guarantee for just $20 a month, would you be interested?
Of course, it sounds like a great deal, but how?
Such low payments are available with the exclusive CityLine card from Citibank. The CityLine revolving credit plan gives you credit in any of our Radio Shack stores nationwide.
Well, it's another credit card. I've got Visa and several other cards. How much is it going to cost me?
Not a dime.
Really?
CityLine has no annual fee, requires no down payment, and CityLine helps you keep your Visa or other credit lines open. It even helps you budget your cash as well.
Well, okay, but I don't know which unit I should buy. I do like the deluxe features here, but I don't know if I can offset the difference between that and the basic unit and justify it.
Marty, on CityLine, your monthly payments will be the same $20, regardless of which unit you buy. Why not get the one you really want?
Makes sense, doesn't it? How do I apply?
Well, it only takes a few minutes to fill out CityLine's convenient application. It's really very simple, especially since you already have a Visa or a MasterCard. Citibank has a special Credit Now process for an initial purchase of up to $500. And once you've given us the necessary information, I call Citibank, and in 2 to 3 minutes, we should have a credit decision.
Well, that sounds good, but before we go further, I am interested in 2 cordless phones. Now, with that purchase, I'm going to be over $500.
No problem.
No problem.
If you wish to charge more, CityLine offers a standard credit process for major purchases of up to $25,000. Approval for these accounts takes only about 40 minutes. And with the 2 cordless phones, your monthly payment should still only be about $25. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Well, not really. You covered everything.
Fine. If you'd like to browse around, it'll take only about half an hour or so for me to call the application into Citibank for your total purchase.
Well, I was going to go next door and look at some clothes.
I'll call your application in while you shop. Hey, be sure to ask for Don when you go next door.
I will.
He'll help you find what you need. Now, Marty, if you'll just step over here where it's quiet, we'll get this application filled out.
Okay.
See how easy it is to sell with CityLine? Our customers really benefit from all the features. There's no annual fee or down payment required. CityLine can only be used at Radio Shack, giving the customer added buying power. CityLine keeps other credit lines open and monthly payments low. The customer has up to 33 months to pay. Now, Credit Now is quick and simple for purchases between $100 and $500. And a regular process covering major purchases takes less than an hour. One last CityLine option available at our computer stores is called online credit. It enables a qualified customer who has a valid Visa or MasterCard to charge up to $2,500 for computer software and hardware in just about 15 minutes.
The way you weave CityLine's benefits into our product, well, it makes it a natural winner.
Well, that's right, particularly if a customer has a price objection. Did you notice how he started to worry about cost when we first discussed the price of the phone machine?
Yeah, he said he'd seen one at the competitors for, I think, $100 less.
That's correct, but I was able to overcome his objections by offering him a low monthly payment plan that really gave us a competitive edge.
Exactly. Once Marty could justify our price in the long run, you were able to introduce CityLine's other benefits, and that clinched the sale.
Since price objection is the biggest obstacle to a sale, you must change the customer's focus from cost to a quality product, from overall price to low monthly payments, and from doubts to a positive attitude about CityLine's benefits. You have to get the customer interested in the product first, and then wrap up the sale by presenting CityLine as the preferred method of payment, using CityLine's excellent financing package as added benefits. Now dig deep into the customer's objections and get them out into the open. You'll discover that if you deal with them individually, you can overcome each one. Use CityLine to handle price objections and you've got it made. All that's left is closing the sale.
Oh, but that's the tough part. What's your technique?
I treat the CityLine application like money in my pocket. It motivates me to close every sale.
Huh. Never really thought of it like that. But still, we can't control whether the application's approved or not.
Well, that's true, not directly. But the CityLine application, when filled in properly and completely, has a good chance of approval, as I showed you before. Now, let's get back to our customer. It looks like he's done filling out the application. Now, watch. Well, Marty, it looks as though you're just about finished. Let's go ahead and check your application, make sure all the information is correct, and then I'll phone the application into Citibank. First, I'll need to see a driver's license with a picture.
Oh, sure, right here.
Here we go. Great. Okay, everything looks in order. It should take 30 to 40 minutes to get a decision back from Citibank.
Okay.
I always keep Citibank's phone numbers handy.
As John connects into Citibank computerized phone system, his call, if not answered immediately, is placed into a specially monitored queuing system. A computer continually checks and counts each incoming call. Among other service quality measures, it reports the number of calls holding and how many seconds the oldest call has been on hold to ensure that each call receives prompt attention.
Citibank, are you phoning in a new application?
Yes, I am.
Has the customer signed and dated the application?
Yes.
Thank you. Did you see a picture ID?
Yes.
What's your store number and the state you're calling from?
010968, Texas.
What is the purchase amount?
$584.53, including tax.
Customer's name, please.
Citibank is fast and efficient. As Mr. Sharp's application is processed, the computer operator first checks to see if the applicant has a previous account. Each line on the application is input as the salesperson relays the pertinent information. It is important that Citibank be given complete and accurate information in each area. The applicant's driver's license number, financial references, along with account numbers and signature are of utmost importance. Once all the data is taken, the store is given a reference number and told that he or she will be called back within the hour with a decision. Once the vital information is in the system, Mr. Sharp's application is printed out for review. The bank, equipped with the latest computer technology, reviews and evaluates the information. A credit bureau report prints out the customer's credit history. The final decision is made using a computer with a special credit scoring system that recommends an acceptable credit limit. As soon as the approval is verified, a CityLine operator phones the store with the results.
Regarding the new application from Mr. Sharp, it has been approved. The account number is 310-745-721. The authorization code for the purchase of $585 is 31234, and the credit limit is $2,750.
Great. Good news. It's been approved. We did it with CityLine.
That's terrific. I can really see the benefits in using CityLine. I'm going to use it more often. It's a great way to boost sales and profits.
Here comes Mr. Sharp. Watch as I complete the transaction. Congratulations, Marty. Your application's been approved.
Good.
You have a credit limit of $2,750. Now, I've already filled out the transaction slip, and I've entered your account number. So if you'll just okay the paperwork, the answering machines and the cordless telephones are all yours.
Okay.
You'll be getting your CityLine credit card in the mail within 30 days or less.
Well, thanks. I'm really impressed with Radio Shack and you. In fact, I'm going to call my friend Ed up and have him come over and get that VCR he's been wanting.
Great. We'd love to help him out. With CityLine, it's a breeze.
Sure is. But say, if the application isn't approved, how do you break the news to the customer that it's been declined?
Well, most applications are approved. But if there is a problem, Citibank will send the customer a letter within 30 days showing the reasons for a decline. This personal information is sent directly to the customer and will not be given to us over the phone. Just remember, a decline is not necessarily a reflection of your customer's creditworthiness. It could be that CityLine's credit standards simply don't fit a particular individual's credit history, or that the credit bureau is not up to date and lacks correct information. Tell your customer that any problems can be cleared up by writing to the Citibank customer service address listed on their letter. When treated properly, the customer doesn't feel embarrassed and you're still able to pursue the sale, provided the customer has been properly sold on the merchandise. Go ahead and offer another means of payment. If appropriate, Citibank may suggest the customer apply again with a co-applicant.
If it is declined, what do we do with the application?
Well, write declined across the bottom of the application and send it in with the others.
Okay, I think I've got it. I've learned an awful lot today. Is there anything else you think I need to know?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, not all customers are as trustworthy as Mr. Sharp. Credit card fraud is a multi-billion-dollar business in the United States. And when the customers try to cheat the system, we all lose.
What can we do about the fraud?
Well, there are several things we can do to protect ourselves, the customers, and Citibank. Work with your customers to be sure everything on the application is complete. You must always check ID carefully. Match signatures on both the driver's license and bank card, if applicable, with that on the application. Also, watch for expiration dates. Be sure the customer signs and dates the application and transaction slips. Be sure all forms are legible and written with enough pressure to go through all copies. The application is not valid without a signature and date. Next, check the customer's bank card to the warning bulletin in your store. When you phone an application into the bank, keep Cityline's number out of public view. We don't want anyone impersonating you and making fraudulent requests. Be sure the transaction slip you write up is exactly the same amount as the purchase you called in for approval. Each transaction slip has a separate authorization number. If you add or delete merchandise, you must obtain another authorization number. This is for your protection as well as for your customers. And finally, if the store doesn't have the desired merchandise in stock, do not have the transaction slip signed until the merchandise is available. It's not only illegal, but we don't want the customer to be billed until the merchandise is received. You see, interest is charged from the day the purchase is made, or from the first day of the customer's billing cycle, whichever is later, unless the customer pays the current bill in full before the next bill. If you don't bend the rules, Cityline will work for you.
I got it.
Oh, wait a minute. This application and transaction slip may get misplaced. Remember, it's just like cash in your pocket. If you lose it, it's as though the sale never took place. At the end of each day, all completed applications and transaction slips must be mailed to Cityline in this self-addressed envelope. If they're not sent, the customer won't be billed, you won't be paid, and this store will be left with missing merchandise.
Wow, that's serious.
You bet it is. It's so important that we have a tape of Dave Johnson, Director of Finance, talking about missing deposits with us.
Missing deposits are of great concern to Radio Shack management as well as our store personnel. When a deposit is missing, your store's profit and loss statement is directly affected. As a result, your bonus, as well as your district, region, and divisional manager's bonus, is less than it should be. This represents an unnecessary expense that can be easily controlled by the efficient handling of paperwork. Every store must mail the Cityline deposit daily. The accounting department will then perform a simple reconciliation to compare the amounts you transmit on your data report with the amounts received on the Cityline settlement tape. When the two match, your profits are guaranteed. Your bonus will be correct. Your cooperation is necessary to control this expense. Let's all work together and control missing deposits from all stores.
Well, that's it. What do you think of Cityline now?
I think it's great. Your demonstration has really helped me to understand Cityline. By weaving the benefits into our sales presentation, we please our customers, increase Radio Shack profits, and advance our own careers.
You've got it. Now, let's review the basics one more time before we go back to work. First, make Cityline a part of every sales presentation. Have the customer fill out the application. Check ID and signatures carefully. Call in the information on Cityline's toll-free number. Write down the customer's reference number on the application. Wait for the bank to call back with a credit decision. Do not call them before 1 hour has passed. Upon approval, enter the account and authorization numbers and credit limit. Make certain every transaction slip is filled out correctly and is legible through each copy. Have the customer sign and date all forms. If declined, write declined on the application. Tell the customer a letter of explanation will be sent within 30 days. Be sensitive to a customer's concern for privacy and embarrassment at being declined. At day's end, mail all transaction slips and applications to Cityline. Now that you know what Cityline can do for you, make a commitment to use it on every customer. With practice, it can become a very profitable habit. It's all up to you.
Cityline. your credibility card for America's technology store. A winning reality. America's store, America's card. For your growth, your success, your future, all it takes is for you to ask for the card.
This is an exciting time of year. Our new 1988 Radio Shack catalogs have arrived, and you're getting a lot of new products in your store. But it's also a time to remind yourself of what it means to be a professional salesmaker. You see, it's easy to sell something when it's new and exciting. But what about the other products that have been on your shelves for some time? Professional salesmakers can sell items that aren't their personal favorites with as much enthusiasm as the new and exciting merchandise. The sales pro performs many roles, and like the musician or actor, every night must be opening night for the audience. Consider how Frank Sinatra must feel when he has to include My Way in every performance. Whether it's a brand new item or an older product you're presenting, your customer deserves all of your attention, all of your energy, and all of your enthusiasm every time. The September flyer celebrates our exciting new catalog with a theme, the Catalog Invitation Sale. We're offering 12 blockbusters, including a feature phone, intercom system, a VCR, cassette deck, and speakers. Plus, we're extending the satellite system special another month. Let's go through the flyer now and take a look at these sale items. Featured on the front cover of the September flyer is the Duophone 166 memory dialing speakerphone, catalog number 43604. It's on sale for $79.95, so customers save $50. This phone is packed with deluxe features that make it ideal for either the home or office. The soft program memory allows you to store up to 32 frequently called numbers, including emergency numbers and office PABX commands. And you can dial them by pressing a single button. Programmable touch tone and pulse dialing means that you can program this phone to use both types of service, so that when dialing, the phone will automatically switch to the right mode. An LCD display shows the time and length of the call or the number dialed. A built-in alarm reminds you of appointments. And you'll enjoy hands-free family and conference calls with the built-in two-way speakerphone. A time-saving auto redial feature calls the last number dialed up to 10 times if it's busy or there was no answer. The ringer volume control switch lets you adjust the loudness of the ring or turn it off if you don't want to be disturbed. Use the LDT or long-distance tone button to temporarily switch the phone from the pulse mode to the touch tone mode. This allows you to access computerized services like MCI while on a rotary line. The LDT indicator lights up when the phone has been temporarily switched to the tone mode. Other features include flash, pause, monitor, and privacy buttons. A battery backup maintains the contents of the memory in case of AC power failure. It requires 4 AA alkaline batteries, so be sure to sell them. Remember, whatever product you're selling, always include the add-on items so your customers have full access to all the features on their phone. We want our customers happy and satisfied with their purchase, so sell batteries and any other items they will need to fully operate and enjoy the product. This phone is hearing aid compatible, and the modular plugs on the handset make it easy to add a longer phone cord. It can be used as a desktop phone or mounted on the wall. If you have any questions on these or other telephone features, review the Telephone Product Knowledge videotape, FO331, we sent out earlier in the year. Don't forget to sell the extended service plan on this item. Customers can get 3 years of warranty protection for only $39.95. On page 2 of the flyer is a 3-channel FM wireless intercom, catalog number 43218, on sale for $59.95. That's a savings of $40. Now you can enjoy talking, not shouting, between any 3 areas, and there's no wiring necessary. Just plug each station into an AC outlet in different parts of your house or business. The messages are transmitted right through the house wiring. And since the stations use a frequency modulation system, line noise and interference are drastically reduced, so the stations remain quiet until a message is received. This intercom system is simple to use. Just press the call tone button to signal one or all stations before you start talking. Each station features selectable 3-channel operation, so you can talk with one station without disturbing the third. A lockable talk bar allows for hands-free conversations, which is great for long discussions, dictation, or for continual room monitoring. Each station has a volume control and power-on LED indicator. This intercom system has built-in protection against many types of outside interference, and its modulation limiting circuitry prevents overloading or distortion from loud voice signals. And the solid-state components have a long life and low power consumption. The stations can be wall-mounted or placed on a desk or shelf. They can be installed almost anywhere in the house, office, or shop, as long as they are all connected to the same power line of the power distribution transformer. Almost all residential and many commercial locations meet this requirement. The intercoms can be separated from each other up to a distance of 300 feet. This means they could be used to communicate between two adjacent homes as long as their AC power is supplied by the same line of a power distribution transformer. Additional intercom units can be added to the system if desired, so a second set would be a good add-on to the sale. Let's go on to page 3. We've got the Model 18 VCR catalog number 16507 on sale again, this time marked down to our lowest ever price of $249.95. And along with the low price are a number of great features. Let's look at some. The 107-channel electronic tuner lets you program any 12 channels from VHF or UHF broadcasts or 38-channel cable systems. The tuner is preset for channels 2 through 13, and the other channels can be reprogrammed as often as you like. 3 recording speeds are offered on this model: super long play, and standard play. The 14-day 4-event digital timer lets you program the Model 18 to turn on, record, and turn off 4 separate times during a 14-day period, or each of the 4 timer programs can be set to record at the same time every day. Each timer program can also be set to record a different channel. Convenient Easy Timer Recording lets you start a timed recording by pressing a single control and have the recording stop automatically at the preset time. This is the same feature that's called QTR, or Quick Timer Recording, on our other VCR models. The wireless remote control lets you use all of the functions from up to 25 feet away. It also has a TV VCR selector, so you can switch from VCR to antenna or cable TV without leaving your chair. A backspace editor gives you smooth, jump-free tapes when you're editing out unwanted material during recording. Special effects playback modes allow you to visually search the tape in either direction at a fast speed, or you can freeze the picture at any time during playback. A tuner auxiliary input selector allows you to use baseband audio-video signals from VCRs, camcorders, and cable boxes without having to disconnect cables. And power interrupt protection maintains the timer's accuracy and memory during brief power failures. And don't forget about accessories. Add-ons to a VCR sale include a dust cover, cleaning kit, dubbing kit, cable TV block converter, and sound processor with surround sound, as well as videotapes, racks, and cases. Sell the extended service plan on this item, $49.95 for 1 year or $139.95 for 3 years of coverage. Remember, when you sell ESP, your store keeps a net of 30%, and you get a 10% spiff plus your normal commission. So you and your store both profit from selling extended service plans. Moving on to page 5 of the flyer, we see the Clarinet 121 3-piece AM/FM stereo system, catalog number 131225. It's on sale for $99.95. This compact all-in-one system includes a built-in AM/FM stereo tuner, cassette deck plus turntable, and 2 matched 17-inch high air suspension speakers. It's easy to operate and is perfect for young listeners or as a second system anywhere in your home. The amplifier offers versatility normally found only in component systems costing much more. You get volume, balance and tone controls, microphone inputs for live recordings, and a stereo headphone jack. The FM tuner has an easy-to-read slide rule dial, an FM stereo indicator light, automatic frequency control for drift-free FM reception, and external antenna inputs for excellent reception even in fringe areas. The built-in front-loading cassette deck will record directly off the air or from the turntable while you listen. Or you can play your favorite pre-recorded cassette tapes, or add a pair of realistic microphones to the system and you can make your own live recordings. Features of the cassette deck include auto stop, auto level, and a pause control. The 2-speed belt drive turntable plays 33 1/3 and 45 RPM discs and has automatic arm return and shutoff. It also has a hinged dust cover. Be sure to tell your customers that for only $59.95 they can have peace of mind for 3 years, knowing they have protection against repair costs. That's only pennies a day. Our Optimus T120 speakers are also on sale this month, shown on page 6 of the flyer. These speakers, catalog number 40-2047, are marked down to half price at only $99.95 each. This speaker system is a winning combination of great looks, high technology, and space-saving tower design. The tune port enclosure and 10-inch long throw woofer help produce deep, accurate bass. The 1-inch dome tweeter is liquid cooled to increase power handling capacity and delivers clean, crisp highs. The variable mid-range and tweeter controls let you adjust the output to the acoustics of your room. This high-efficiency tower system has a hand-oiled walnut veneer finish and a removable cloth grill. Involve your customers in a personal listening demonstration. Let them remove the grill cover and look inside. Point out and explain the general meaning of the different elements, as well as the benefits of the enclosure design. But keep your definitions and explanations simple. And since customers are concerned about reliability, be sure to emphasize our full 5-year warranty on parts and labor. That's impressive evidence not only of the quality of the speaker, but also the confidence Radio Shack has in its products. Speaking of product presentations, what are yours like? Do you fully understand the product and its features? Do you know how to effectively present and demonstrate the product and teach your customer how to use it? Can you hold the customer's interest and create in them the desire to own the merchandise? If your product presentations are a little weak, you need to work at improving them. Make your presentations simple yet fun. Customers are bombarded by sales pitches all the time, so they're bored by them. That's why you have to be a little bit different. First of all, know your merchandise inside out. Customers are impressed by a flawless demonstration and a knowledgeable salesmaker. Organize your presentation and know in advance what you're going to say. Practice your presentation either by yourself or with another salesmaker. And have on hand all the materials and information you're going to need during the presentation. One of the biggest mistakes salespeople make is that they begin demonstrating a product before they finish qualifying a customer. The salesmaker is so anxious to show off the merchandise and what it can do that they fail to find out if that's what the customer is interested in. Remember, you're supposed to be showing them what they want to see. Another mistake made in demonstrations is the salesmakers do it all themselves. The customer just stands there watching. When the salesmaker doesn't let the customer touch or handle the merchandise, the customer feels unimportant. Don't forget that a big part of the presentation demonstration stage of selling is merchandise motivation. You've got to get the customer involved, make them desire to own the merchandise before you're going to make that sale. The most successful demonstrations are the ones in which the salesmaker and customer operate the product together. When you're presenting and demonstrating the product to a customer, remember, no matter how many times you've said the same things and pressed the same buttons, each customer is a new challenge and is probably unfamiliar with the product. So show some enthusiasm. Your attitude should show that you believe in the product and are excited about it. You have to get and keep your customer's attention, and your enthusiasm will be contagious. Featured on page 7 of the flyer is SCT Stereo Dual Cassette Dubbing Deck, catalog number 14643, on sale for $79.95. This deck is low in price but big on features. It copies your personal tapes and also plays 2 tapes in sequence automatically. Playback only Deck 1 automatically selects proper bias. Record Play Deck 2 has a metal, chromium dioxide normal selector for super sounding recordings. You can make tape copies using Deck 1 as a source deck and Deck 2 as the recording deck. Our exclusive Synchro Start circuit ensures starting both decks at the same time to make dubbing easier. Both decks have auto stop and pause controls. Separate record level controls let you adjust the recording levels individually. This deck has the Dolby B noise reduction system, which extends dynamic range and lowers background noise such as tape hiss. Other features include a 3-digit tape counter, which helps you find selections fast, and 5 LED peak recording level meters, which let you adjust your recording level for the best tape performance. Sell the extended service plan on this cassette deck, $59.95 for 5 years of coverage. Add-ons to this sale are cassette tapes, a head cleaner and demagnetizer, plus tape storage cases and racks. Shown on page 9 of the flyer is the PA Musical Power Horn, catalog number 32-2030, on sale for $29.95. It plays 94 pre-programmed tunes from college fight songs to pop tunes. A song list is included with the unit. Just choose a song from the list, punch in its song number, and play. Or you can create and record up to 5 tunes of your own. You can also use the power horn as a portable public address system with adjustable volume and built-in condenser microphone. A shoulder strap makes it easy to carry with you. Remember, the power horn is designed to be played outdoors or in large open areas. It has a 300-foot range and the sound level is very high. It requires 8 AA alkaline batteries, so be sure to include them in the sale. We've got another blockbuster on page 10. It's the Precision Digital 23 Range Multimeter, catalog number 22185, priced at $39.95. That's $20 off the regular price. It uses a custom microprocessor IC, exclusive to Radio Shack, making this an exceptionally accurate and versatile test instrument. You can use it at home, on the workbench tracing circuits, in the garage checking auto electrical systems, or around the house working on appliances. The diode check mode tests semiconductor junctions for open, short, and normal conditions. It measures to 1000 volts DC in 5 ranges, 750 volts AC in 4 ranges, DC and AC current to 10 amps in 4 ranges each. It requires 4 AA alkaline batteries, so sell them to your customers. Other add-ons to this sale are the 22-153 case and the 270-335 slip-on IC test probe adapter. We're continuing the satellite system package another month, so it's still marked down to the super low price of $13.88. That's a savings of over $600. It's shown on page 12. This system includes the 16-2501 HSTV receiver, the 16-2502 8.5-foot dish, the 16-2503 80-degree LNB, and the 16-2504 HSTV feed horn. This system is easy to install and brings you the widest possible choice in TV programming. Over 100 channels are available. You'll enjoy movies and music videos with stereo sound, the best in sports and news coverage, children's shows, networks, and many special services. And if you want to watch scramble services, the receiver is compatible with all standard descramblers, and the remote control has descrambler on-off switching. The TV receiver includes an automatic dish positioner and decoders for all 3 satellite stereo formats in one attractive cabinet. It's factory programmed with the correct audio frequencies, stereo modes, and polarities of the existing satellite channels. It's easy to add new channels to the memory. The receiver also has dynamic noise reduction for great sound quality. You can even add more satellite receivers and watch different programs on other TV sets in your home. The wireless remote control allows you to select satellites and channels and steer the dish manually, adjust or mute the sound, switch to broadcast cable TV, and engage the lock feature without leaving your chair. The complete system includes a site survey kit, illustrated instructions, and a how-to installation videotape, and it's designed for low-cost reinstallation if you should move. On page 13 of the flyer is the realistic TV100 stereo TV receiver with Minimus 2.5 speakers, catalog numbers 16-1284 and 40-1999. It's on sale for $89.95, including the 2 speakers, which means a savings of over $80 for our customers. This is a complete, ready-to-use package. The customer won't have to buy anything else. This receiver lets you receive the new MTS TV broadcast while continuing to use your present TV set. These signals aren't used on all broadcasts, but many of your favorite shows are available in stereo, and the number of stereo broadcasts will increase dramatically in the near future. In addition to receiving stereo broadcasts, the TV100 will create synthesized stereo from a conventional mono broadcast or from the mono output of a VCR. Other features include secondary audio program, SAP reception, speaker jacks, which allow you to use the TV100 separately from your regular stereo system, tape-out jacks, which can be used with an audio tape deck or VCR to record the audio portion of a broadcast. Or you could use the TV100 as a tuner in conjunction with your stereo system. VHF and UHF in and out jacks. These are used to connect the TV100 to an antenna or VCR and to the TV set. Because UHF and VHF signals pass through the unit unaffected, you can watch one channel while recording the audio from another. Add-ons to this sale include headphones, cables for stereo hookup, and a surround sound amplifier to decode TV surround sound. On page 19 of the flyer is the EC4014 71 function LCD Solar Scientific Calculator, catalog number 65979. It's on sale for $15.88. This calculator is dual powered by solar and batteries, so it will operate anywhere. It will operate from its solar cell in normal light, but in dim light the internal 7-year lithium battery will take over and keep the calculator functioning normally in every respect. This dual power feature assures you of uninterrupted use and no battery replacement worries for many years to come. Math and science students and teachers will find this calculator ideal for solving even the most complicated problems. Its compact size and convenient carry pouch make it easy to take along to school or the office. In order to keep this calculator as compact as possible, each key has more than one use. You can change the function of a key by pressing certain other keys before it, or by setting the calculator in a certain mode. The owner's manual tells you how to do this. An auto power off function causes the unit to automatically switch itself off if not operated for about 6 minutes. An add-on to this sale would be the 65705 calculator stand, which makes this calculator a desktop unit. It's regularly $1.99, but now on sale for half price at only 99 cents. We've got another super deal on page 23 of the flyer. The Tandy 1000EX computer, catalog number 251050, and a CM5 color monitor, catalog number 251023, are on sale for $695. This represents an incredible $200 savings for this complete, ready-to-use computer system. The Tandy 1000EX is a true PC-compatible computer, ready to use the MS-DOS software you bring home from the office, as well as software designed for the home or classroom. It includes a 5¼ disk drive, 256,000 character RAM, a 90-key keyboard, and an advanced 3-voice sound circuit for sophisticated sound and music generation through the built-in speaker. There's even a headphone jack with volume control, which makes it perfect for classroom use. Every Tandy 1000EX comes with a new graphics-oriented version of our easy-to-use Personal Decimate productivity software. The one-piece Tandy 1000EX offers convenient portability. Just plug in the monitor. Plug in joysticks, a printer, or a second disk drive without buying extra cost adapters. Or you could add the Memory Plus expansion adapter for an additional 128K of memory and 2 additional Plus expansion slots for RS-232 serial connections, modem telecommunications, and classroom networking options. So if your customers have been searching for a computer that's just right, the Tandy EX is for them. The Memory Plus expansion adapter, catalog number 251062, is also on sale for $79.95, marked down from $129.95. It can be found on page 22 of the flyer. Another add-on to this sale, also on page 22, is a second external disk drive, catalog number 251060. It's on sale for $149.95, which is $100 off the regular price. On the back page of the flyer is the Pocket Vision 4 LCD TV, catalog number 16155, on sale for $69.95. Your customers save $30. This tiny portable black and white TV fits in your pocket, so you can carry it and watch it anywhere. The fold-open liquid crystal screen gives you a clear, detailed picture that won't wash out, even in bright sunlight. It includes a snap-on backlight hood for viewing in dim light or at night. Using a liquid crystal display to reproduce TV pictures is a totally new technology with 2 main advantages. It allows extremely compact flat-screen TV design, and it uses much less power than other types of mini TVs. And although the technology is fairly new, operation is simple, and the features are many. This TV can be powered by one of 3 sources: batteries, an AC adapter, or a DC adapter. Use either regular batteries or rechargeable nickel-cadmium batteries. Alkaline batteries will provide almost 12 hours of continual operation. Fully charged nickel-cadmium batteries will last 3 to 4 hours. These must be charged in a separate battery charger. When an AC outlet is available, the TV may be powered using an AC adapter, such as our 273-1650. In a vehicle, a DC adapter like our 270-1560 may be used. The LCD screen must be backlighted by an existing light source, either room light or sunlight, or you must use the supplied light hood. The light source must pass through the LCD screen. The picture is viewed indirectly, in the reflecting mirror. Other features include rotary volume, tuning, and brightness controls, a telescoping rod antenna, an earphone for private listening, and a carrying case. Well, that's it for the blockbusters in the September flyer. The new catalogs are going to be one of your biggest selling tools this month. So take advantage of this opportunity, display them where customers can't miss them, and offer one to everyone who comes in. You can also expect a newspaper insert on September 13th, so watch for that. And the October flyer will break on September 23rd. In closing, let me discuss a great new tool that's available to help you reach your career goals in Radio Shack. It's the SalesMaker Performance Chart. Don't be fooled by its simple appearance. Don't believe it's just more paperwork to be completed when necessary and ignored when possible. The SalesMaker Performance Chart is a powerful tool for helping you to maintain your personal drive on a day-to-day basis. The chart is built around 3 performance criteria critical to your success. They are: 1, your total sales, or how many dollars you're bringing into the store. 2, your sales dollars per hour, or how valuable you're making your time in the store. And 3, how you rank in dollars per hour within your store group. When you set weekly and monthly sales goals with your manager on the manager planning calendar, and then track your sales on a daily basis on the SalesMaker Performance Chart, you'll know exactly where you stand in regard to your goals. This consistent feedback will provide you with a daily pat on the back or kick in the backside to keep you moving toward your goals. So make the SalesMaker Performance Chart a part of your daily routine and keep pushing toward higher and higher goals.
America, where can you go? For service you count on, for products you know, for great electronics and customers' trust. For answers, America's counting on us. You've got questions, we've got answers. We are the answer team at Radio Shack. For simple solutions the customer's after, we've got the answers at Radio Shack.
Welcome to the Radio Shack training broadcast for November 2005. I'm Ralph DeFranzo, and today we've got a very special focus on Hot Friday preparation. Now, I don't know about you, but this year, Hot Fridays got me so excited that the hair fell off my face. Well, anyway, we'll show you all the early bird and weekend specials, teach you how to conduct this weekend's in-store training, and discuss how you can coach your associates to greater performance on Hot Friday. Plus, the DVPs are here to discuss how the new sales process will help us have a terrific golden quarter. And Stu will join us for 3 segments to help you power several new programs that can generate more sales and profit now and all year long, too. But first, a lot of work has gone into getting us to where we are today, which is poised for our best golden quarter in some time. And someone very special wants to thank you for it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our President and CEO, Dave Edmondson. Dave?
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the midpoint of the Golden Quarter. You know, this is absolutely the most exciting time at Radio Shack. By now, everything should be in place to serve our customers with the great holiday gift ideas that they both need and want. I want you to know that as we move into the final weeks of the Golden Quarter, that I am really proud of all that you've accomplished over this past year. I know it hasn't been easy, but all of your efforts are going to drive what I believe will be the best golden quarter that we've had in years. Now notice I didn't say possibly or maybe or use some other qualifying statement in any way. What I said is that we are going to have the best golden quarter that we've had in years. Now if you read my recent article in the latest Radio Shack Quarterly, I'm sure you'll understand why. Over the past 2 years, we have stayed true to our strategy. And while our performance hasn't been that stellar, we have built a solid foundation for our core business. Our 3-year strategic plan defines 3 key drivers of our core business, focusing on people, assortment, and environment. Now, my confidence in this year's Golden Quarter is rooted in the progress that we've made in these important areas of the business. Or should I say the progress that you've made? because I'm sure that you've all contributed in all three areas. You see, it's when you factor in the cumulative effect of all of your efforts that you realize what we have in store for us. And what we have is an opportunity to drive sales through the roof. Now let me quickly review what we've got going for us as we enter the last few weeks of the Golden Quarter. Think about it. In Environment, we now have nearly 900 Concept 3 stores. That's almost double the number that we had last year. We also knew that our mall stores weren't performing all year like we wanted them to. So we now have 500 locations merchandised to an all-new planogram. Wireless displays also needed help, and we've now improved that situation in over 1,400 stores. Nextel stores should have their displays set up and sales ready at this point. And every store should now have the all-new Apple display. So we've added a lot of displays, but would you believe that we've also added another shopping aisle with thousands of products in it? Well, we did. Our all-new RadioShack.com website lets you earn commissions on video games, big-ticket items, and much more, all delivered in time for the holidays. Now, if you haven't toured the site, by all means, I would encourage you to do so. I think it's fantastic, and you can sell it all at the same price customers will pay from home. Now, before our customers even set foot in our store, they are almost certain to have seen our new advertising campaign. And I'll tell you, I think it's absolutely fantastic. The red chair is simply great advertising. It not only gives us a contemporary brand image while delivering a strong promotional message, but we're spending more on this campaign than any previous Golden Quarter campaign. So you can bet that we're going to drive even more people into your store. Now let me move on for just a moment to our assortment. Now our clearance sale moved out a lot of merchandise that wasn't selling. Well, we're far from done, but at least we've cleaned up some of the space for the products that will sell, like our holiday gifts and our toy lineup. Some of these toys are simply going to fly out of our stores. And then there's the big four: Sirius satellite radio, Apple iPods and MP3 players, digital imaging, and of course, wireless. All are going to be hot sellers. These products are going to drive the Golden Quarter to new heights. Just be sure that you complete the solution for all your customers and make sure to accessorize. Now I want to discuss the most important driver of our business, our people. You know, consistent operating procedures are now in place in all of our stores. Did you ever think that we could increase sales just by changing the way we do things? Well, it's absolutely true. Our studies have shown that during peak shopping periods like the Golden Quarter, these store procedures can improve sales by as much as 8% over the baseline. Now here's another winner. 1,200 stores are now using workforce scheduling to make sure they're staffed to match customer traffic patterns. During peak shopping hours, we want all hands to be on deck. We don't want to make any customers wait, and we don't want to miss any opportunities to truly complete the sale. It's that simple. We've also begun to roll out selling procedures so that you can better serve your customers. Do you see a common thread between all these things? Everything we're doing is about delivering an outstanding customer experience. We have stayed true to our strategy for several years, and I believe it's now going to pay off with the best Golden Quarter we've had in years. And it's going to get even better in 2006 as our strategy continues to build momentum. Now, true, we're going to have to go through the transition to Singular, but I know we'll be sales ready January 1st. I know that we can do it. I know we can do it because this team, this Radio Shack team, is the best in the business. And I know I'm absolutely positively your biggest fan. I want you to know that I'm going to be thinking about you and your family during this very special time of the year. You see, I know this time of the year is very hectic and extremely demanding. But it's also exciting and it's exhilarating. So here's my wish for you during this holiday season. And let me go ahead and get comfortable. In fact, we got this nice red chair here, so I'll enjoy it a little bit. First, here's what I want from you. I wish that on Thanksgiving that you will absolutely enjoy the day with your loved ones. I hope that you'll get plenty of rest and relaxation, enjoy football or whatever you'd like to do, and make sure to get plenty of sleep. You see, I want you to be in top form for Hot Friday, because my wish for you is simply that you have the very best golden quarter ever. I want to extend season's greeting to all of you and thank you for all the hard work and commitment that you've put into this year. Let's take it to the finish line.
Thanks, Dave. Well, Dave wanted me to make sure that we paid you a special thanks for another great achievement of yours this year that we didn't know about when he taped that talk. Being named as one of the very best customer service teams by the readers of Consumer Reports. Now, Dave gave a similar talk to what you just heard to everyone at home office, and when he boasted about your achievement, you all got a huge and well-deserved round of applause from everyone on your customer service support team. You know, there's another thing that Dave forgot to mention when he thanked you for all the work you've done this year to get us ready for the Golden Quarter, and that's the opening of our newest super large format stores. As it happens, Stu's in one right now.
Welcome to the new Radio Shack. What's that? Your store doesn't look like this? Oh, yes, it does. As of today, we have added 2,000 expanded aisle SKUs to our RadioShack.com lineup. These include the Sony CyberShot digital camera. Wow, what a way to increase your commission with an easy $400 sale. And don't forget those accessories. We'll also have the Nomad Jukebox 60 gigabyte MP3 player. This is a fast-moving category, and MP3s are hot this year, as you know. Be sure to check out all of the offerings in this critical extended line. How about the Canon ZR200 Mini DV camcorder? Camcorders just keep getting smaller, smaller, and smaller, and more powerful. The quality of this unit is outstanding. The holidays are a great time to suggestive sell this important category. And last but not least, we have some great giftable gadgets, like the Garmin Rhino 110 GPS receiver and two-way radio at $169.99. This communicator has got all the latest necessities and features that our customers are looking for. As of November 24th, we will have added 4,000 more SKUs, including the Xbox 360, along with games and accessories. This is the first time in many years that we've had the opportunity to be on the leading edge of the gaming industry. The 360, just like the Apple, will have very limited quantities. So watch for this key product every single day out on RadioShack.com. We'll also have over 500 computer software titles and an expanded assortment of computer products, including cases, motherboards, hard drives, and other peripherals. And more television SKUs are coming, including more LCDs from some of the leading manufacturers. Watch for these new products every day. The facts are clear. Selling the expanded aisle products on RadioShack.com helps get your people into commission. Getting them into commission will not only improve their attitude, it will also help them make more money. And more money equals retention. Watch for RadioShack.com updates each week in Radio Shack Today. Your feedback has been extremely valuable to us and also critical in helping us identify issues that are inherent to any launch of a new site. I'm asking you to continue with that feedback. Keep it coming as we continue to develop this tool. Send us your comments and input through the RadioShack.com selection on Answers Online feedback tool. As a result of your feedback, I am pleased to announce that we should be back on track with the battery finder. Remember, as we have stressed several times in our communication, this is a journey. We will add new content every day, new SKUs every day for your extended aisle. And we are taking into account your feedback with enhancements to the new site. It is a new tool. It's also a different way of doing business. But before long, I believe that we will all feel comfortable with the benefits of this multi-channel selling experience. Make sure that when you go back to your store, you take the time to welcome all of your employees to our new 200,000 square foot Radio Shack.
Imagine if your store really was 200,000 square feet. You'd need a riding vacuum cleaner to get the carpet clean before you went home. Well, we'll take a short break so you can debate whether we should carry one of those on RadioShack.com. The DVPs will join us when we come back.
You've got questions, we've got answers. We are the answer team at Radio Shack. With simple solutions the customer's after. We've got the answers at Radio Shack.
Welcome back, and welcome your division vice presidents to your meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Walter, Bob Martinjack, Jim Mills, and Michael Castelli.
Today we're here to talk to you about three things. Number one, we want you to know how excited we are about the reaction that we've seen so far to the Golden Quarter selling process, and how we can't wait to see what's to come as a result of great execution from our customer service organization. Number two, we want to remind you why it is that you're doing this and what it can mean to you and your company. And last, and perhaps most importantly, we want to emphasize how key your commitment to making this 2005 Golden Quarter successful. To get us started, I'd like you to think back to just a few weeks ago, to the time when you were introduced to the three priorities for the Golden Quarter. Let's quickly refresh on what these are. First, we are going to improve the sales process for the top 4 Golden Quarter products: wireless, Sirius, iPod MP3, and digital imaging. Second, we will commit to asking the customer to buy. You probably remember the surprising statistic that it was a shock to all of us. Our sales associates were only asking the customer to buy 16% of the time. We hope that making this step a priority will help drive this statistic way up, meaning more sales for everyone. Keep in mind that selling is something that we do for our customer, not to our customer. So let's do this right. And third, we'll help through coaching. As managers, one of your most important roles is to serve as a coach and teacher to the sales associates. This last priority aims to help guide you in this important role. To help you achieve these priorities, we gave you job aids and introduced you to a few other tools, like skill practice, and that will support you during the Golden Quarter. Now I have to say, I personally was very excited about the Golden Quarter selling process and what these priorities could mean for the company. But I could only guess that you would have had the same reaction. So seeing the high level of enthusiasm that you've shown regarding the sales process and the tools has been amazing. Right now, we just want to take a few minutes to share with you some of the things that we've heard from the district managers, store managers, and associates since we first introduced these new priorities and tools a few weeks ago. I had lots of feedback this week from DMs and RDs that said some great things, and I quote, "It's great to see that we're now focused on sales and serving our customers. It's really great getting back to what we do best, and that is selling our customers. It's a perfect time to introduce something that captures the how-tos for our new associates. I saw a stronger emphasis on closing after hearing that we only close 16% of the time. I saw people wearing the job aids and also beginning the skill practices of getting great at using the job aids. But I think the thing that was most amazing is how we are all aligned and how the rings are coming together, and this people ring using this selling practices that we have now will make it a big success this golden quarter. You know, I think that there are signs that point to how this could be a huge hit, but I'll let some of my fellow colleagues tell you what they saw firsthand so we can all get a better picture of how our rollout is going across the different divisions. Bob, what things are you hearing and seeing in the Central Division?
Thanks, Craig. After one of the first sets of manager meetings, I was speaking with DMs across the division and seeking some immediate reactions heard from their store manager team. Let me mention for you a few of the quotes I heard about the new tools. One of the store managers said, "This is fantastic." And yes, it was said with that incredible level of enthusiasm. Another manager mentioned, "I will finally enjoy coaching since we now have a specific process to follow." One sentiment that a district manager heard more than once was, "This will make training a new associate so much easier." And my favorite quote, "I can't wait to get back to the store to go over this with my employees." It's great to hear things like this. But the best part is that this is not just an isolated example. I've heard from multiple district managers about similar reactions among managers and associates alike. So in the initial rollout, there's been a level of excitement that we've not seen in a long time. In fact, it took me all the way back to the thrill of an experience I had in 1980 when I first came to Fort Worth to participate in a week of training, much like our current Answer University classes. But back then it was called C-School. A most dynamic and professional individual who was a divisional vice president at the time shared with all of us his career thoughts on closing a sale. The sale begins when the customer says no. He went on to explain that how we got to that point was critical also, but the passion and commitment and customer care that one embraced and forged forward with once the customer initially answered your closing question would ultimately determine your success at Radio Shack and the type of life you could provide for your family. Michael, what kind of reactions have you heard from your team?
Well, thank you, Bob. Yes, you're right. There are great indications all over the Northeast Division that we have a great rally vehicle in our organization that fixates on some of the most important products and promotes learning and growth opportunities. You know, I saw something I never expected to see from a district manager on a Plus Delta evaluation. The management team actually said there was not enough time spent on skills practice. Yes, folks, it is more than a name change. I also heard that having the product experience at the meeting was very helpful in driving home an overall experience where our associates finally had the time to learn firsthand what these 4 product lines were all about. Our store manager told me how she appreciated how things seemed to be lined up from our vendors as well. It seems that we are all speaking the same language. From the Monster Road shows to local wireless vendors, we're all on the same page. It just seems to me that these job aids are helping us get more focused on the right things to do for our customers. And it seems that most everyone I ask is very excited to see a tool that we introduced just in time for the busiest and most rewarding part of the year. I have to add that it was also refreshing to see the Plus Delta evaluation reflect that our district manager team did a great job representing the training they received at Summit. Stu set a very high expectation that this was the most important meeting delivery a DM will make this year. The feedback reflects that our district manager team executed very well by keeping the meeting moving and delivering the message the way it was intended. So a great job goes to all our district managers. Thank you. Jim, what's the report on the Southeast?
Well, Michael, I've seen similar stories in the Southeast as well. In fact, when I was in Miami a couple of weeks ago, I had a chance to attend the store manager meeting where the process was being rolled out, and I got to visit some stores to see how it was being used. I got to tell you, it was a lot of fun. it seemed that whenever we interacted with a store manager or an associate, they clearly loved the job aid. They were engaged and energized. The fact that the tool has a logical flow and provided associates immediate answers made it a hit. Now I know that when our team learns these job aids through skills practice and repetition, we're going to really take off this golden quarter. And what was really exciting was how many people thought that this would free up time by helping new associates get up to speed more quickly. Much like what you said, Bob, we'll spend less time answering our associates' questions and spend more time helping our customers get everything they need for the holidays. Bottom line, looks like we have a big win on our hands. Now, as you can see from these stories, there is a clear sense of excitement and anticipation about the new tools in our sales process for the golden quarter. We're looking to you as managers to keep this momentum going in your stores throughout the golden quarter and into the future. Now, let's take a few minutes to review the 5 steps of the golden quarter sales process and why getting this done right matters. You heard a lot of this in our last managers meeting, but it's important that you continue to train on these facts because you serve as the primary educator in your store. Sales associates look to you to give them reasons why they should be committed to this program. Now, you may remember the 2 real customers that were introduced to you at the last meeting, Betty and Joe. Betty had the kind of customer experience that we would love for all of our customers to receive. On the other hand, Joe's experience fell a little short of where we'd like to be. During Betty's time in the store, the sales associate had nearly perfect execution of our golden quarter sales process. As Betty entered the store, she received a warm, engaging greeting, and then the sales associate qualified her needs by asking her the appropriate questions, like, how happy are you with your cell phone provider? Now, as Betty shopped the store, the sales associate explained to her some of the top benefits of the phone as opposed to just the features. And he actually showed Betty the phone, giving her a chance to see what it looked like and what it felt like. Now, the other step that the sales associate should have done here was provide Betty with some of the top accessories for her phone. Now, lastly, the associate asked Betty to buy. Because he had done such a great job qualifying her early on, and he had made the best recommendation to her, this step was pretty easy. Betty was ready to make the purchase. And of course, the result of Betty's experience was that we now have a new loyal customer who made a high dollar purchase. This is a much better than the be-back customer that Joe became.
Having to answer the question, does this really matter, required us to quantify this kind of experience through productivity. The answer is, yes, this really does matter. But why? When we have perfect execution on the sales process, this can result in customers being more likely to purchase and ultimately increase associate sales per hour by $6. When we ask the customer to buy, we see an increase in purchases of over 40%. Delivering on these actions drives real value to the customer, to you, and to all of your associates. The great news is that you've already received the tools to help teach your associates to deliver this Betty experience every time. By now, you're all familiar with the Job Aid. The Job Aid is a great tool for associates to use, but it cannot stand alone. It needs to have the support of the daily planner, your team meetings, and most importantly, skills practice and coaching led by you. Which brings us to the last major purpose today. I cannot tell you enough how important it is that you are fully committed to this process. And when I say committed, what I mean is that you are willing and excited to coach your sales associates. It is imperative that you fill out the coaching card with each of your associates weekly. And once you've filled the card out, you then need to commit to conducting regular skills practice with the associate on the areas where improvement is needed. In addition to this more formal coaching, on the sales floor, informal feedback and positive reinforcement are some of the most valuable things you can provide to your associates. You may recall from the last meeting the video where every person interviewed said that they learned to sell from their manager. You are a role model and a teacher in your store to your sales associates, and they ultimately look to you for guidance.
I want to take a minute and talk to you about your role as an advocate. We're looking to you to be 100% supportive of this rollout. Just as each of us are wearing our job aids here today, you should always have yours on too. You should make sure that all of your associates know that following this process can mean higher sales and therefore more money for them. Most importantly, you should always emphasize that the basis of this process is think customers first. If we deliver the better experience every time, we are doing what is best for our customers. As we wrap up today, I want to make certain that each of you are aware that what you are doing this golden quarter is just the tip of the iceberg. This is not something that will go away after golden quarter 2005 and then never see it again. The customer experience team is already in stores testing longer-term solutions to improve the sales process in 2006 and beyond. The ultimate answer will look a lot like what you're doing today, but it will have even more depth. Thanks for the excitement and support you've shown for this process, and keep up the good work in your stores. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for all you do.
Thanks, Michael. And thanks, Craig, Bob, and Jim, too, for all you do to lead the customer service organization. You know, you're a leader in this organization, too. And as Michael pointed out, you're often called upon to be an advocate. Well, there's another area where we need your advocacy and leadership right now. And Stu's back to get your commitment. Stu?
Customer service team. We recently introduced our new gift card replacement, Radio Shack service plans, with the customer's convenience in mind. However, since then, what we've seen in our performance has been somewhat puzzling to me. Take a look at this chart, which showed the trend in our business starting late last year as we really got behind this opportunity. The trend was a nice upward slope until late August, when we announced the upcoming launch of our new program. Today, I want to share my thoughts with you on this program, my expectations of what success will look like in the near future. But let's start at the beginning. Over the past several years, our service plan business has been declining. As we looked at the reasons behind the decline, we identified several root causes. First, our coverage was inconsistent across the line. So the first installment last year was to develop coverage for every possible product. Mission accomplished. You can now sell RSSP with confidence on nearly every end product we sell. Next, we had a very little awareness and almost zero tracking of performance in our customer service organization. Well, we changed all that late last year, and you responded with a 59% growth rate in December. This performance led us to take a hard look at the potential of this business, as we felt that we were just scratching the surface on what you could do if we had the best programs in place. We began by looking at what our competitors do and benchmarking our performance and programs against the blue shirts, the red shirts, and those office superstores. What we found was very encouraging. We found a huge opportunity, as they all beat us in warranty plan sales as a percent of their business, often by more than double. Did you know that at Best Buy, service plans account for 50% of their net operating profit? And at Circuit City, listen to this one, 100% of their net operating profit can be attributed to service programs. In comparison to our business, we only contribute about 5% to our bottom line. So how do our competitors do this? They do it by using programs like we now have today, and by offering the plans consistently. In fact, the industry statistics show that 50% of the customers who are offered service plans will consider them. And if presented properly, 50% of those customers will buy. That means there's a potential for 25% attach rates. And we are right now less than 10. There is plenty of opportunity sitting in front of us every single day. We just need to take care of those customers by giving them the advantages available through our service plan protection. But we didn't stop by just looking at what our competitors do, because we also knew that to improve our performance to those levels, we would need to address what our customers want and what they expected of Radio Shack. Therefore, Before we made this change, we went out and talked to customers. We asked them what they thought of our existing warranty programs. Here's what we found. As a first choice, our customers preferred to receive cash settlements if they had a defect. But we decided that kind of program would make our service plans too expensive and would price us out of the market. Their second choice was a gift card, because it would let them make a choice in selecting the product they wanted or needed most at the time. And not so surprising, this is what most of our competitors offer today. Why? Because gift cards are convenient. Customers don't normally drop what they are doing to handle their warranty problems. They wait until it is convenient for them. With an 800 number and a new customer website, customers can easily take care of their problem at home or get the help they need to solve their problem through our new 24/7 support center. If the product is replaced and the customer receives their gift card, all the positives begin, because that next activity is a shopping trip to your store. And remember, this customer is now here to buy, not to return a product. As a matter of fact, our research also told us that customers spend 84% more than the face value of their gift card. This means extra sales for your store, as you get full credit for the entire sale. Plus, you get to sell them another service plan, as most of these customers now realize the value of service plans. This documented behavior proves that satisfaction is high with this type of a program. As I said earlier, our competitors use gift card programs, and every year they easily outsell our service plans as a percentage of their total business. We may not think this could be true, but customers surveyed were much more satisfied with their programs than they were with ours. With this new program, we have an opportunity to sell more warranties, deal with happy customers as they redeem their gift cards, and avoid some awkward customer service issues. And remember, we are handling our old plans just as they were sold, with in-store replacement, delivering on our promise. We will do what we told the customer. And with our new plans, we will also deliver the service we have promised, meeting or exceeding our customer expectations. So I hope that now you understand the opportunity we have before us. This is a new era in service delivery, as we continue our quest to improve the help and value we deliver through our customer service organization. The new plans are here, and it's time to sell. Here are a few things I need you to do to make sure your team is ready. Make sure you have recertified on selling intangibles. Your store is stocked with brochures, and you have read all the information that's available on Answers Online. I am counting on each of you to get behind this opportunity and to make this chart go from this to this.
Thanks, Stu. Well, let's take a break now so you can discuss how you can be a better advocate for both the new service plan program and the Golden Quarter sales process. When we come back, we'll start a fire under Hot Friday.
You've got questions, we've got answers. We are the answer team at Radio Shack. For simple solutions the customer's after, we've got the answers at Radio Shack.
Welcome back. Well, Hot Friday will be the busiest day any of you will have seen so far. And for many of you, it will be the busiest day of the year. Now, even though we've been preparing all year in a sense, it's the official kickoff of the holiday selling season to many customers. And on this critical day, it's crucial that you and your team be prepared. Well, last week in their meetings, your associates got a look at all the Hot Friday, early bird, and weekend specials that have been flooding your shipments. And they discussed how to use the Golden Quarter sales process to sell more of them. Let's start our Hot Friday preparation with this excerpt of that presentation.
We're here today to talk about all the great early bird specials we have for Hot Friday.
And the great sale items we have on Hot Weekend.
The early bird specials are on sale only on Friday from 6 a.m. to noon.
The Hot Weekend specials will be good all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
To help you keep track of what items are on sale and how to use the sales process to sell them, we've put together these comparison and product information sheets. The comparison sheets give you a step-up selling strategy that can help you identify which of our sale products best meets your customers' needs. The product information sheets show you the details about various giftables and stocking stuffers. Let's get started. Starting on the front page of the insert and continuing on to the back are all the early bird sale items. First up is a 3.6-inch DVD player, now only $59.99. A great gift for someone who travels or has children. The multiple headphone jacks allow more than one person to listen at once, which is handy if you're listening to CDs. And speaking of multiple people, qualify your customers to see if they're interested in a larger screen. And for just $20 more, customers can step up to the $1639.03. This portable DVD screen is double the size. Now that's an easy step-up sale. The Radio Shack exclusive Optimus camera is a gift anyone would love to get. It's a 5-megapixel camera that's also a video and web camera, all for under $100. It has an expansion slot that can hold up to a 1 gigabyte memory card, which means your customers can store large quantities of pictures before printing them. So when you sell this camera, don't forget to sell the top accessory, an SD memory card. If you qualify the customer and find that they enjoy taking very detailed pictures with precise clarity, they might need a camera with optical zoom. And for just $60, they can get optical zoom and a memory card. Make sure you explain the benefits of having optical zoom on a camera. More qualification can help you sell some of the other digital cameras on sale throughout the weekend. And Kate will tell you about those in a bit. But other early bird sale items include the Radio Shack exclusive 1969 Hot Rod Camaro. It has working headlights, taillights, and signal lights. This car is huge, and for half the original price at $49.99, any car enthusiast would love to get it. It runs on a 7.2-volt rechargeable battery pack and a 9-volt battery, so be sure to provide these top accessories. Now, if the Camaro is too big, we have a ton of products that are at a great price for just $10, like the NASCAR Turbo Challenge Racing Set. It comes with a 12-foot track and 2 official NASCAR licensed vehicles, number 24 Jeff Gordon and a number 48 Jimmy Johnson. Your customers will need 4D batteries, so accessorize with a 4 for $10 sale. Or how about the 3-in-1 USB digital camera? It's a digital camera, camcorder, and webcam all in one. And it's small enough to fit in your pocket, a great stocking stuffer. For $10, customers can also get the Micro ATV, which has a 7-function controller and comes with a built-in NiCad battery. But you'll need to offer a 4 for $10 sale because the remote takes AA's. And finally, another outstanding deal is a 55-piece Cronus Home Repair Kit. It's great to have around the house, and for this price, your customers can afford to get one for themselves and give one as a gift. And it comes with a limited lifetime warranty. Now, if you think those are some great deals, check out these for only $5. What would a Hot Friday at Radio Shack be without M&M radios? Always a collector's item, we have all 4 colors, just $5 each. Since there are multiple radios, a couple of closes you could use are: the green one is my favorite. Can I get you the red one as well? Or use an accessory close. Here, I got you the batteries. Each one takes 2 AA's, and you can get 4 packs for just $10. Need a little organization in your life? This touchscreen organizer is also a translator with over 650,000 words and phrases. Perfect for traveling. It only has a 48 kilobyte memory, so qualify your customers to see if that's enough memory. If not, step up to an organizer with a larger memory capacity. The 270-4132 rechargeable spotlight comes with a built-in 6-volt battery, plus the AC-DC charging adapters. And at $5, it's great to just have around. And finally, look at this dual float laser level. It comes with 2 tacks so your customers can hang any picture by themselves. Plus it has 2 bubble levelers for additional accuracy. Now, those $5 and $10 deals are great, but there are some other products that are also a steal. Like this wireless keyboard and mouse for $9.99. Your customers don't have to worry about cords anymore. And since you know your customer or gift receiver is a computer owner, qualify to see if they need any other accessories while they're in your store. Or this Bluetooth headset that nets to $9.99 after instant and mail-in rebates. It's originally $60. Wow, those are some great deals. And to help you organize all your Hot Friday products, make sure you take advantage of the product and the comparison sheets. Remember, the Hot Friday sale prices are only for in-store customers. If they buy online or through the 800 number, they won't get these great deals. So don't be afraid to ask the customer to buy with a Better Act Now clause. For instance, these are going pretty fast. You might want to pick one up now. They're only on sale for a few hours more. Good luck this Hot Friday, and here's Kate to tell you more about what deals are going on all weekend long.
Thanks. She's shown us lots of exciting Hot Friday products, and usually it's hard to beat those early bird specials. But I think this year we have some excellent weekend-long specials. Let's start with some entertainment options. For music, we have the iPod and Sirius. I won't spend a lot of time on these because I know you're receiving some very in-depth training on these products as you learn the Golden Quarter sales process this week and next week. Another great music product is a portable CD player. It's compatible with RIP CDs, which means your customers can play a CD mix they made on their computers. It also has 45-second anti-shock, which means it will skip less. Make sure you provide these when you sell it. Although it comes with starter headphones, show your customer how they can get better sound or better fit. You do them a favor when you give them more options. The CD player, the Early Bird MP3 player, and the iPod are listed on your portable music player's comparison sheet. You might think an MP3 player is a big step up, but it might be the perfect item to recommend once you qualify and discover your customer's unique needs. We have two compact music systems advertised, a shelf system and a boombox. The shelf system plays CD or AM/FM radio and includes a small remote. The boombox also plays CD or AM/FM radio, but users have a choice of plugging into AC power or going portable with 6C batteries. You'll also notice that there are lots of rebates this weekend. That's great for your paycheck. For instance, because the CD player is $19.99 out the door, you get $20 worth of commissionable sales, not $9.99. And your managers love it too because it protects your store's bottom line. We can't finish the entertainment category without thinking video, and we have a lot to choose from. For home video, Hot Weekend has a couple of great buys. We have a space-saving Samsung DVD VCR. It has front input jacks, which means your customers don't have to turn the whole unit around to attach a camcorder or digital camera, and it supports WMA, MP3, even JPEGs, which means your customers can use it to listen to music or view a picture CD. Customers wanting to record the DVD will be happy to find that we have a DVD recorder. And this recorder includes a special IEEE 1394 input, which means your customers can easily make a DVD from many digital camcorders. This makes this DVD-R a top accessory for some of your camcorders. That's a lot of entertainment options for your customers, but with the holidays fast approaching, many of their hearts and thoughts will be turning to home, family, friends, and making memories. Well, we have just what they need to capture and create those memories. Besides the Early Bird digital camera special, we have 3 other cameras that are a great deal all weekend long. Although none of these cameras are on sale or have a rebate, the special offers the fact that each of these 3 comes with a free memory card, and customers don't have to send in a rebate form to get it. You'll give them the memory card when they purchase the camera. Now that's a great deal for customers. The first 2 in our Hot Weekend lineup are the Fuji A345 and the Canon A520. They are both 4 megapixel cameras, which means it'll make great 4x6 pictures with 3 times optical zoom, which means they can get some great close-ups. On Hot Weekend, when your customers choose the Fuji FinePix A345, you'll give them a 256 megabyte XD picture card. When your customers choose the Canon PowerShot A520, you'll give them a 256 megabyte SD card. Qualify your customers by asking if they have any other devices that take memory cards. They may appreciate the fact that you recommend a camera that allows them to use cards that they already own. But if your customer is looking for a camera that's a little nicer, a little better, and a lot slimmer, then they'll want the Casio XLM S500. This camera is new for you, so I'll show you a little bit more of what it does. It's a 5-megapixel camera with a 3x optical zoom, which means your customers can get some great close-ups, which will look great even when printed as large as 8x10. The camera is just over an inch thick, which means your customers can easily fit this almost anywhere. A purse, a front pocket, and it's stuffed with features. It can also take video scenes like this one. And with a 1 gigabyte card, it will take up to an hour of video. It uses a very small lithium-ion battery that lasts for up to 200 shots between charges. On Hot Weekend, when your customers choose the Casio XLM S500, you'll give them a 1 gigabyte memory card. This camera is sure to capture some great family memories this year. Next, I'll show you a sweet deal that is only offered to your customers who buy a 3-megapixel camera or higher, like all those we reviewed today. These customers can also pick up this Epson PictureMate printer. It prints 4x6 pictures and compactly folds up, which means it's easy to take on a holiday vacation. Also, for all those digital cameras that take AA batteries, be sure to provide IC3 batteries, which give your customers the benefit of a rechargeable battery that lasts as long as alkaline batteries and only charges in 15 minutes or less. Don't forget, your customers may want to stock up on backup batteries since these too are on sale. Customers who own or buy a digital camera may really appreciate the special we have on our portable 8-inch LCD TV. It has AV inputs, which means your customers can hook this up to a DVD player or VCR, but the 8-inch LCD TV also has a built-in card reader, which means they can just pop in their digital camera memory cards to view pictures. For those wanting more than just a camera, the Optimus 5-in-1 camcorder could be just the thing. It's a digital camera, a camcorder, an MP3 player, a voice recorder, and a webcam. Qualify to see if your customers are looking for an inexpensive, all-in-one device for beginners. This is just the thing. And after playing with it, I thought it was really cool. And we have two great options for customers wanting to give or keep for themselves a great cordless phone. The first is the 5.8 gigahertz analog cordless phone with answering machine. This gives users 10 memory locations, which means your customers won't have to hunt down a number. Remote message playback, which means they can listen to messages anywhere around the house. And a headset jack, which means they can talk on the phone while working around the house. Qualified to see if your customer wants greater range or less interference. Because for only $30 more, they can opt for the digital 5.8 gigahertz version. It has all of the same features, but with more memory locations. Both systems are great deals, but neither system is expandable. Qualify to see if that's what your customer needs, because we have an expandable cordless phone system that is also on sale. Check your cordless phone comparison sheet for more details on that. We have two other items to cover before we wrap up. Our 1,000 channel dual trunking scanner is on sale Hot Weekend for just $74.99. That's half price. This is perfect for scanning inside metropolitan areas. And it also includes a digital weather alert with same technology, which means your customers won't get bothered with the weather alerts for areas that are far away. Because people spend a lot more time indoors this time of year, air purifiers are great winter products. Customers often think of scrubbing their floors before company comes over. You can tell them the benefits of scrubbing the air before their company arrives. And when they purchase the full-size air purifier, they'll receive this compact air purifier free. That's a $100 value. All the products we covered today are great deals for your customers. During the weekend, your customers will be lined up just waiting to buy. It's easy to forget to use the sales process when you see a line like that. But the Golden Quarter sales process can have a big impact on your sales per hour and your earnings. The Casio XLM S500 is already a great sale, but when you use the Golden Quarter sales process skills you learned and provide the top accessories, your earnings nearly double.
I have an early bird example. Providing the top accessories with the MP3 on the front cover, which if you remember is a $120 sale, not a $50 sale, will make your earnings jump from $6 to over $15. It pays to complete the Golden Quarter selling process. From now until Thanksgiving, you should be studying these sheets to help you increase your knowledge, which will better enable you to use the sales process. The comparison sheets will give you a strategy for asking the right qualifying questions so that you can see if a step-up product better suits your customers' needs.
All the sheets list features, not benefits, because these were designed for you. Features are shorthand for telling you what a product will do. You will find features listed everywhere, on sale tags, in the owner's manual, even in advertising. However, when presenting products to customers, you don't want to just tell them features. You want to tell them benefits. That is what the feature does for them.
With all the training you've received, this should be easy.
So have fun and practice, practice, practice for a fantastic holiday season.
Thanks, Kate and April. Great lineup for Hot Friday and the weekend, huh? And you'll have plenty of advertising support behind it. This year, we'll print 76% more inserts than last year and put them in more than 4 times the newspapers. 20% more stores can expect to be supported by inserts and POP, and there'll be lots of television advertising, most of it on Thanksgiving Day when most folks are at home. So if you felt that you didn't have enough traffic last year because the advertising was too tightly pinpointed, watch out. This year, customers will be blanketed by red and black. And that's just part of the promotional plan. Don't forget that the huge 48-page Get in the Spirit flyer breaks on Thanksgiving Day and is in home on the 29th, followed by inserts each Sunday until Christmas. That's a lot of promotional power in a concentrated time frame. And it's a lot of product to price and display, too. So let's take a break then and allow you to share tips and best practices about getting your store sales ready on Hot Friday. When we come back, we'll discuss how to get your people ready, too. Welcome back. Well, at the end of the week, you'll conduct the 4th and last of a series of special Golden Quarter in-store training meetings. Now, in it, you'll show a special dish broadcast that you'll tape this Friday. Part of the broadcast will contain an announcement of a special Hot Friday contest that will reward you and your associates for using the Golden Quarter sales process. Stu's going to be back to tell you a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. Now, the rest of the broadcast is not really a presentation at all. It's more like a leader's guide on tape. It's really a set of instructions to show everyone how to use a reverse logic tool so your team can think of all the potential causes of poor service on Hot Friday so you can prevent it from happening. This part of Friday's Dish broadcast helps you lead Hot Friday training that engages your associates and makes them think. So the Hot Friday Dish broadcast is not just a video that associates watch. Instead, it's a tool that encourages associates to participate. It's designed to help your team discuss your store strategies for delivering exceptional customer service. You've used a similar tool called the Contingency Diagram and Prevention Checklist in many of your meetings this year. And those of you who were managers last year held a similar training session for Hot Friday preparation then. As a matter of fact, we used a lot of the feedback that many of you gave us to make this year's version even better. So for the next hour, we're going to discuss how to facilitate this training and give you a chance to go through it yourself so you can conduct it more easily. This will help you share manager-level ideas and best practices that will help make Hot Friday a big success, too. Now, if you don't get dish reception in your store and you can't get a copy of the broadcast from another store, it's okay. You can still conduct the training easily. You just won't have the advantage of being able to show the examples that you'll see later. Now, to conduct the meeting, you're going to need 2 handouts. One says Think Customers Last, and the other Think Customers First. Extras are online. It's important to use the handouts because your associates are going to brainstorm causes of poor service in one part of the meeting, and they need to have them written down so they can look at those causes of poor service in order to think up ways to provide good service in the second part of the meeting. Now, if you have a flip chart or a whiteboard in your store, you can use that instead so everyone can see better. And you can use the whiteboard in your meeting room when you practice today. Now, like I said, you'll start the meeting by having your associates brainstorm ways to provide poor service on Hot Friday. Friday's broadcast provides you with a few examples to get you thinking.
It might seem like the right thing to do, but you're actually thinking customers last if you open earlier than advertised. You may run out of something before you're even scheduled to open.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It looks like we're sold out already.
But you just opened. You know, we expect you to run out of certain items, but it seems to me like false advertising if you don't have a special in stock when you open.
Don't wait until just before opening to stage your displays. You may not have time to finish before customers start coming in.
I know you have to get up extra early, but that's like inviting me to a fancy supper and serving on dirty plates.
It's no good to come in late. Or too tired from partying the night before.
When I was your age, I got up at 4 a.m. every day.
No one's just looking on Hot Friday, but that doesn't mean you don't qualify just to see if another product might be better.
Was it a good one?
Well, it takes lots of pictures.
Oh,
and print only what you want.
well, okay, I guess.
All right.
What are you getting?
Oh, a camera so Dad can take pictures of your sister's soccer games. I don't know the difference between digital zooms and optical zooms. Just because I ask for the lowest priced one doesn't mean that I won't buy something more expensive if you can explain why it's better.
Dude, if I'm not there, you need to help both my folks.
You know what else is thinking customers last? Being unprepared, like not knowing which accessories customers need. Need anything else today, sir?
Hey, if I knew what I needed, I'd be at home buying it online.
Well, you know what would make our customers' experience really bad is if you're walking around with your head down and your blinders on.
Yeah, we'd just like to know that someone's going to get to us, eventually.
And this is bad. Only selling customers the quantity asked for.
Just one, right?
You know, without qualifying to see if another one would cross someone else off their gift list.
If you can help me with more of my gift ideas today, you'll save me a lot of time later.
You're not doing anyone any favors if you forget the batteries or accessories.
What fun is a gift that doesn't work?
Don't wait until you're at the cash and wrap to start providing accessories either. It takes too long.
You're not thinking customers first if you just sell the early bird specials either, instead of qualifying to see if customers could benefit from other gifts, even if they're not on sale.
Just because I asked for something on sale doesn't mean I'm cheap. Thanks, honey. Where's my change?
See what I mean? None of that was thinking customers first. But it does get everyone's imagination running, so your team can think of even more ways to think customers last. As a matter of fact, that's what you're going to do next. Pause this tape and brainstorm things that can cause poor service on Hot Friday. Now, I know you've all participated in brainstorming before, but I want to make sure you know how to lead a brainstorming session. When you're instructed to pause the tape and brainstorm in the meeting you'll lead, make sure you follow these 3 rules. Go in order when you ask associates for their ideas, and let the first person know that they'll be going first. You should go too. You can skip over associates who want to pass until they're ready to provide input, and you should never evaluate responses while you're collecting them. Just write them down. And by that I mean, don't take an idea from Jimmy and say, gee, that's terrific. And write that down, and then take one from Ben and say, that's okay. Write that down, because that kind of verbal or nonverbal evaluation can discourage participation. It's hard not to do that because sometimes you can get really excited by an idea, but try to remain neutral. Well, after the group is done, you can all discuss how relevant an idea is and which behaviors make the most sense to stop, start, or strengthen. Okay, now that the rules are out of the way, your DM will lead your brainstorming session about ways to provide poor service. Give yourselves about 15 minutes and then restart the tape.
You got questions, we got answers. We are the answer team at Radio Shack. For simple solutions the customers after. We got the answers at Radio Shack.
Okay, So by now, you should have a good list of bad things to do that will lessen the customer's experience on Hot Friday. Now, I didn't ask you to think up that list because we want you to do any of those things, obviously. Instead, look at your list and use it to think up as many ways as you can to prevent that kind of poor service from occurring. Friday's Dish broadcast will have some ideas to get you started.
We're preparing so we can provide great service. We're keeping batteries and accessories where we can grab them easily.
We're making wake-up calls to each other to make sure we're all here on time. We're having a meeting before we open so we can review our in-stocks and substitutions. And we're opening at the advertised time. That way, everyone has equal opportunity to get our specials.
During the day, we're each responsible for restocking assigned displays.
Even though it's nuts in here, we're qualifying. We're sales makers. We're not order takers or clerks.
Oh, so this is the special.
Yes, ma'am, and it's a pretty good deal, too. But is your husband always going to be pretty close to what he's taking a picture of, or will he ever be further away?
Oh, further away.
Oh.
I appreciate it when you help me make the right choice.
Help your customers make the right choice in accessories, too. Be efficient, but don't rush. Slow down, take your time, and remember to accessorize from the sales floor and not at the cash lane. That way, you can speed up the checkout.
Because once we get to the checkout, we want to get out.
Take turns providing the self-service customers with the accessories they need too.
Here's the S-video cable that you needed for the better picture, okay? Did anyone with a DVD player not get an S-video cable?
I can't tell you how important it is to think customers first and just assume the customer wants the accessories and the batteries. I brought this up because you'll need it.
I know it helps you when you sell all that stuff, but it helps me more.
Speaking of help, make brief contact with as many customers as you can so they know they'll be helped soon. Well, you know what? Someone will be with you as soon as they finish with the next customer.
You know, we don't mind waiting so much as long as we know there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Some customers are going to be kind of crabby, but it's important that we have a smile for everyone.
It's about time. I've been waiting for like 20 minutes.
I know it's crazy around here. Thank you so much for your patience. Let me go ahead and take care of this for you right away.
We don't have to be in a good mood. We're not the ones getting paid to get there early.
This will put a smile on their face. Well, most of them anyway. Recommend additional gifts that complement the ones that they came in for. So you said you're getting this for a little girl. Have you seen these over here? Perfect. Don't forget to recommend gift cards, holiday CDs, and stocking stuffers, too.
Say, would you like an all-purpose gift, sir? Excuse me? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Thank you so much. These are great to keep on hand just in case you have to give a gift unexpectedly.
Terrific. There's no way I would have found all those things on my own on such a busy day, so thanks.
You'll actually save time and help customers make decisions faster if you close.
These are only on sale for a few more hours, and we only have a few left. Why don't you take them before they're all gone?
Let's get you one. Let me get you the batteries for that.
Thanks. Would you like Willie or Amy or both?
All those little things we've been talking about, they're not nice to-dos. They're the right thing to do. And they benefit both customers and you.
I wonder if I can get this in black.
That's thinking customers first, and should prevent most of the poor service issues that we identified earlier. Well, after you watch the last part of Friday's broadcast, you'll pause the tape and look at your list of ways to provide poor service, so your team can brainstorm all the ways you'll provide good service. So let's try that. Pause the manager's broadcast again, give yourselves about 20 minutes, and then turn it back on.
You've got questions, we got answers. We are the answer team at Radio Shack. With simple solutions the customers after. We've got the answers at Radio Shack.
Well, I hope this activity has helped you all discuss how you'll make more sales, operate your store more efficiently, and treat customers to a great experience on Hot Friday. And now that you've participated in it yourself, I hope you'll have a better feel for how you'll lead it too, and how it will benefit your team. As well as being a great action plan, the list of ways to think customers first on Hot Friday your district just developed will help you suggest ideas if your associates run out of them, so I hope you wrote them down. Well, for a successful meeting, it's important that your associates come prepared, and that's why we reviewed the early bird and weekend specials with them and their meetings last week, and how to use the sales process to sell more of them. If they didn't attend those meetings, have them download the comparison sheets, look at the flyer and the insert, and familiarize themselves with everything that's on sale. During your Saturday morning meeting, you'll discuss what to do and why to do it. But during the week and afterwards, make sure you conduct some skills practice with each of your associates to make sure that they're ready. On Hot Friday itself, you'll have to coach your team while they're on the sales floor to make sure they're providing the kind of service you all agreed customers wanted, and to make sure that they don't do anything on your Think Customers Last list by accident, too. As you've seen, we've got a lot going for us, including that Hot Friday is a kind of tradition now, and all that good stuff should drive more sales this year. However, there are a number of obstacles that we have to overcome, too, or we'll have no more sales than last year. We've got to eliminate each of those hurdles to meet our sales and customer experience goals. Training alone is not enough to overcome them. Preparation will require all your skills, and you'll have to summon these too, and the coaching element that they share in common on Hot Weekend especially. Your business is extremely concentrated over Hot Weekend, especially in the first 5 hours of Hot Friday. If you allow performance problems to occur then, they're going to have a terrible impact on your sales and profits for the weekend, and maybe for the whole holiday season. Worse, a huge number of our customers on Hot Weekend shop with us very infrequently. If we can't provide them with a great customer experience, they may not be back until next Hot Friday. That's why it's so important that we're able to coach our associates to great performance. Your coaching should really begin before Hot Friday. You've got to set clear goals and provide specific expectations that you can coach to. As a reminder, a goal is the result that you want. An expectation is the action that you take to make that goal happen. Huge sales of the top 4 Golden Quarter products, that's a goal. And using each of the steps of the sales process 100% of the time, those are expectations. Your associates' goal and coaching cards provide you with a place to record their goals, and they already list a number of expectations. Plus, you just developed quite a number of other expectations or actions you need associates to take on Hot Friday when you did the Think Customers Last and First activity. On Hot Friday, you've got to coach to those expectations. That is, coach in a positive way to help your associates take the action they need to help them hit their and your goals. During such a busy day, they may forget or ignore those expectations in order to save time. As a matter of fact, that should be the first expectation that you set, that it's okay for customers to wait while associates are using the sales process with other customers. Most of the performance gaps that you'll have on Hot Friday will be due to your associates' desire to rush from one customer to the next. Some of them will do that so they can get to the next big ticket, and that's not thinking customers first. Some of them think that a great customer experience is getting customers in and out fast. In truth, customers want to get what they came in for, get everything they need to enhance it and make it perform, not just work, get something surprising and unexpected so their visit was fun, and get friendly, efficient service. Efficient meaning it takes as long as it takes, no more, no less. That's a great customer experience, and your job will be to make sure that your associates do what it takes to provide it.
All right, there you go. Enjoy. Hi, let me ring that up for you.
Did you remember to ask about the cable?
Teresa reminded her associate to provide the accessories, which is good, but doing it that way could embarrass the associate. An even better way to remind associates of any expectation in front of customers is to do so indirectly so that the associate saves face.
Enjoy. Hi, let me ring that up for you.
Meredith just put out some more of the cables that go with that, by the way.
Oh. You don't think Meredith really put those cables out, do you? That was just Teresa's way of reminding the associate so he wouldn't feel embarrassed. Here's another way that you could do the same thing.
Enjoy. Let me ring that up for you.
If you're getting a cable for your customer, will you bring an extra one for me too?
Sure.
Thanks.
If you noticed, Teresa's product didn't need a cable. That was her way of providing a quick but subtle reminder. Of course, your experienced associates can probably be reminded without words.
Enjoy. Hi, let me ring that up for you. Oh, you know what you might need with this? We have some cables over there that would go perfect with this.
That look is probably enough for experienced associates. Now, let me point something else out. Teresa reminded her associate about the type of accessory you should have stocked right behind the counter, like the batteries and cables you should have there in bulk. Remember, on Hot Friday, your biggest logistical challenge will be that you have far more customers than you have RSS terminals. While there's still an opportunity to add on some needed, handy accessories right at the counter if customers don't have them, don't wait. Set the expectation that associates should take their time to accessorize and use the whole sales process, actually, while they're on the sales floor. That way, the customer arrives at the cash lane with everything they need, which will make it easier and faster to get them checked out. Okay, well, you're certainly not Superman that you can run around and save the day all the time. You won't always be able to break away from your own customers or from one associate to help a second. You're still going to have to keep an eye and an ear out for problems, though, and address some of them with some coaching. Now, coaching for Hot Friday's performance is a little different from coaching the sales process, the way you learned last month. For one, you won't want to wait until the end of the week to do the coaching. You need to coach on Hot Friday to improve sales and service on Hot Friday. So while you won't use your coaching card to help you, you'll still need to have a discussion with your associates about their performance and how they can improve it. It'll be so busy you'll only have a minute or two. So besides quick, what type of discussion should you have? Well, what I'm about to show you will help you figure that out and will help you when you coach using your coaching card or without it. See, your coaching should reflect your associate's performance. We've all seen this diagram this year. It shows you what to do when an associate can or can't meet expectations and if they're willing or unwilling to try. Let's say an associate can't meet the expectation of providing multiple accessories and is unwilling to try. You'd want to recruit one who is. Obviously, not an option on Hot Friday itself. If you have associates who can't meet expectations to provide accessories but are willing to try, you need to provide them with additional training. And while you can train them before Hot Friday, you won't have time to train them on Hot Friday. On Hot Friday, you'll have to provide these associates with assistance. Keep an eye on them, team up with them yourself, or assign them to an experienced buddy. You'll provide positive motivation to your associates who can provide accessories and are willing to do so. When you see them doing a great job, let them know. Tell them how much you appreciate it and how much their efforts are helping them meet their goals. People really respond to positive motivation like this, and they do more of what you praise them for so they can get more of that praise that makes them feel so good. Now, most of the performance gaps you'll need to bridge on Hot Friday will be with associates who can use some part of the selling process, but just aren't. Probably for the reason that we discussed earlier, their desire to move customers quickly through the line. You're going to have to provide them with discipline. Now, discipline is a misunderstood term. It doesn't mean punishment. You provide discipline when you appeal to an associate's own sense of self-discipline. It could mean that you let your associates know you're concerned about their performance. Or it could mean you remind associates there are consequences for their inaction. In a way, these are the escalating levels of seriousness in the Watch, Concern, Notice coaching model. Let's look at the first one. Watch how Teresa coaches an associate who normally has the self-discipline to provide accessories, but is too overwhelmed on Hot Friday to even try.
Hey, Tammy, I want to talk to you about your last sale.
Oh, the 2 DVD players?
Which was great, by the way, but I noticed that you didn't recommend any cables to go with them. Well, come on, Tammy, you're normally the add-on queen.
I know, it's just that it's been so crazy in here.
I know, but isn't that great? Listen, don't sacrifice the quality of service you give one customer just because you have other ones waiting. You're going to give them the same great service when it's their turn, okay? I'm counting on you.
That was a great, quick coach. Very positive. Teresa thanked and complimented Tammy for her past good performance, was clear what the performance issue was, reminded Tammy of their agreed-upon expectation, and asked her to use self-discipline to solve the problem. And even though Teresa did a good job making sure their conversation was private, it might have been more effective to coach from the back room. However, on a day like Hot Friday, you're not likely to find the ideal circumstances. Now, it's not likely that self-discipline will solve every problem either. When it doesn't, you need to show associates that the problem is serious and that you're concerned.
Hey, Tim, I need to talk to you about something real fast. I didn't hear you recommend any cables when you sold that last DVD player or the one before that, and that concerns me.
I sold cables with some of the others.
So I know you can. And we all agreed that we would try and provide accessories every time. So what are you going to do differently with the next customer?
That was another good coach. This time, Teresa was very clear about what the performance issue was, and she made it known it was a concern, which elevated the seriousness. She reminded Tammy of their agreed-upon expectation, and she asked her what she was going to do to meet it. She might have made her session more effective by reminding Tammy, or better yet, asking her for the benefits of adding on. You're going to have to make judgments about what you include in a quick coaching session based on each individual associate, their past performance, and how many customers are waiting to be served. Now, if you've had coaching sessions about performance in the past, and the same performance persists on Hot Friday, you'll have to escalate the degree of seriousness with consequences. Watch this.
Hey, Tam, I need to speak to you about something important real fast. You got to help me out.
What's up?
I haven't seen you recommend cables with the last 2 DVD players.
But look at that line.
That's exactly what I mean. You normally always provide accessories very consistently. And I appreciate that, but I won't be able to schedule you again if we're busy like this if you continue to sacrifice the customer service that you give to one customer just because other ones are waiting. Okay?
Another great job. Teresa remained very positive and supportive, but she was very clear what the consequences of poor performance would be, and that Tammy was responsible for those consequences herself. In a situation like this, it's often very effective to ask the person you're coaching to summarize. She could have done that. Sometimes the consequences seem more real to associates when they hear them coming from their own mouth. And of course, in each situation, Teresa could have referred to her job aide to reinforce her points. Okay, it's time for you to practice what we've been talking about and do some quick coaches. Your DM is going to break you up into some small groups and show you 3 role plays. You'll use the plus delta tool to evaluate how the manager on the tape did, and then take turns in your group practicing the same situation and evaluating your practice. You know, the time you invest in coaching sales instead of making sales personally will vary with the volume of your store and the size, experience, and motivation of your staff. No one can tell you exactly what the balance is or how to find it. I can't tell you this, though. Not a second of the time you spend coaching or practicing coaching will be wasted on Hot Friday or any other day, too.
Tammy, I am tired of everyone not doing what we agreed to do today. Don't you know we're practically giving away the sale products? Now, cut it out, okay? I'm counting on you. Tammy Lee, you didn't recommend any cables when you sold that last DVD player, or the one before that. Now that really concerns me. What are you going to do to fix it? Hey Tammy, I need to talk to you about something really important. Help me out. You haven't recommended accessories with the last 2 DVD players. Now, don't sacrifice the quality of service that you give one customer just because you have all the other ones waiting, okay?
You got questions, we got answers. We
Welcome back, customer service team. It's that time of the year again. It's time for increased shipments, increased store hours, increased staffing, increased traffic, increased earnings, and time for increased opportunity and holiday cheer. And this year, the opportunities are everywhere. This is the time of the year when you get to meet many new customers for the first time. During today's broadcast, I think you've seen that we've engaged you. Our CEO, Dave Edmondson, reviewed many of the projects and initiatives that have brought us into the Golden Quarter. He discussed our success with operating procedures, our store resets, the .com expanded aisle assortment, our Golden Quarter advertising campaign, and much, much more. We've explained the top benefits. I know you understood the benefits of thinking customers first versus thinking customers last in the activity during today's meeting. This activity showed us things we can do to provide great customer service and how we can differentiate ourselves from our competition. The DVPs discussed the benefits of teaching and motivating sales associates to use the selling process. Each one shared their observation on what they are seeing within their divisions as we develop great habits around using our job aids. They talked about the importance of your leadership and your role as an advocate in using the job aids to deliver our differentiator, our customer service. We've showed you some of the cool new products. We've learned about Hot Friday, early bird specials, and weekend special products and promotion. You've just seen the lineup and heard about our exciting new and extremely relevant advertising plan. We are breaking through the TV screen with our red chair and letting customers know that we can meet their holiday shopping needs like no one else can. We've discussed the sales process around our top 4 Golden Quarter products: wireless, Sirius, iPod MP3, and digital imaging. We've also provided you the top accessories, like our job aid. They are the perfect accessory for our associates to use to flawlessly implement the selling process. We've also provided you with a list of accessories to enhance the customer experience on Hot Friday through the early bird and weekend special comparison sheets. Would now be a good time to tell you that it will benefit you and your team to sell multiple lines on each ticket for Hot Friday? Nah, I think I'll save that announcement for later. Let's just say that you should practice now on adding lines to your tickets as you offer your customers complete solution. So what is left? Well, if you follow our sales process like I just did, then you know that it's the close. Something we've proven in the past that we do at Radio Shack only 16% of the time. I must and you must lead by example if we are going to improve that 16% number. So here's my close. It is time to buy. My close is a sincere thank you. Thank you for your leadership this year. We've made remarkable strides in 2005 as we've set many initiatives in place that will continue to pay off in the years to come. We've installed a framework to Radio Shack that is built to last. None of this would have been possible without your dedication, determination, and support. I need you to lead as we provide outstanding customer service this holiday season. Customer service that will differentiate ourselves from the 100,000 square foot megastores, from the 40,000 square foot consumer electronic stores, and from the powerful consumer electronic websites. My close is to ask you to take care of our customers. And with that care will come huge financial rewards for you this holiday season. The opportunity is now. Can I count on you to take advantage of it before it is too late. Here's to the customer service team at Radio Shack. It truly is what makes us different from the rest. In fact, Ralph told you earlier about how we were viewed by Consumer Reports. He told us something we already know. He told us how great you are. From all of us here at Radio Shack, may this holiday season be the best for our customer service organization and for your families. Happy holidays, Radio Shack.
Thanks, Stu. And I second that. Happy holidays, everyone. And good luck and good selling, too. We'll end the broadcast with a special treat. Here's 2005 American Idol finalist Selena Ray with her rendition of this holiday classic. It's from our exclusive CD, Totally Awesome Christmas Volume 1. We're hoping your holidays are totally awesome, too.